Okay, so today we're going to clean out the Lazy Susan. There are just spices and chaos, and then all the baking stuff down there I keep. So my goal is to get all of those into these. I got these on Amazon. I'll link everything down below because these are actually kind of hard to find with the labels that I wanted. So these came with, I feel like I could have made these labels myself, but they came with it and I wanted the clear for the outside of them. So I'm gonna put those on the side of them like this, and then probably put these on the top just in case if I were to ever put them and store them inside of a drawer. So when you pull the drawer out, then all of those are gonna be right on top and you won't have to go back and like figure stuff out. So that's what we're gonna do now. And there are some like empty labels on there also, just in case I need to write something, because I think I've got a couple. Like, I love tahini, and that is a staple item in the house for me. I put it on everything. So I'll probably make one of those labels. But yeah, so I figured while we're moving, I might as well just go ahead and do this project now and just get it out of the way so I don't have to move with that mess and deal with it there. That when I get everything out of a box, and I'm just gonna stick all the spices back in this box, which then works out also nicely. So that's what we're gonna do today. So I'm gonna start by just pulling all the spices out and laying and setting them up on the stove and laying everything out, and then trying to decide what we do from there. And it came with a little funnel so that you can put your spices in. So we'll use that little funnel. I think it was like $35, $35.99 for all of it. So I just started by taking everything out and putting things like the extra spices, like right there. I keep them all, the little packets, like McCormick packets, and anything that I cook like with chili and stuff, I keep them in a Ziploc bag in there. And now I'm just gonna work on grouping different spices together. But here are the clear labels that I found that came with the spice containers themselves. So that's what they look like on the outside, and then that's what they look like on the top. So then you can either stick them in a drawer or you can line them up in a cabinet. It was super easy with this funnel to add all the spices, and then I just put them right back in the box because I figured that was the smartest thing to do. So it came in the box so they can travel back in that box. To make a mess. It made a huge mess. So I just tried to clean up kind of between me dumping the spices, I shouldn't use the word dumping, placing them into the new containers, but I just used a wet sponge to kind of wipe up and then use some cleaner to wipe off the top of the stove once I was done. So I did end up using most of the spice containers that I had, and then a lot of the spices that I didn't put into containers are just a lot of like rubs that we use when we use the smoker. So that's what all of those are that are going in the box separately, because I'm going to store those in a separate place compared to where I keep all of the spices. Thank you guys so much for liking and subscribing and watching all of my moving videos. I really appreciate it, guys. So after cleaning out the Lazy Susan, I went ahead and I cleaned off my Lazy Susan organizers. So I am going to go ahead and just leave these with the house because I don't have a Lazy Susan at the new place, and I just didn't need something else to store in the apartment. So I went ahead, wiped everything out, and put everything back in so that the new owners had little containers to store stuff in the Lazy Susan. And then I went through and I washed out all of the containers that I usually keep all of the flour and sugar in,
And so I'm actually going to use these for storage while moving. So I clean these out, and then I did just stick some of those extra spices that I had in the like Ziploc bags, and I put them in here to store, to travel, and I actually stored them in the apartment like that. Thank you guys so much for watching today. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!